Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Kavita. I am a radiation oncologist MD from Maulana Azad Medical College and I am currently in my USMLE journey. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi there. So I wanted to talk about how our daily life as a student can incredibly affect our exam success and what kind of things we should do, especially 3 to 4 months before exams, because I used to be really on my nerves and really nervous before exams when I was in MBBS, but I started changing myself slowly without even realizing, just as a person, which really helped me as a student. So yeah, I have made pretty notes for you guys so that I don't miss anything which I'll be taking reference from. So you can be either a school student or a college student, or you can be a working professional or a doctor. In either ways, you should be having a very fixed routine to study for an exam, and in both ways it is possible. It's just that you need to know what are your priorities, and if you are full day at home, your routine should be accordingly, and you should give a set dedicated time to study as well as break, which is so important. So number one thing is stress. So stress before the exam is very understandable, and being obsessed with the result does no good to us. So the moment you take the power away from the result of the exam and how it can negatively affect you if anything goes wrong, and take the power to the present moment and tell yourself, whatever I'm going to do now, whatever I'm gonna study now, I'm just gonna make most of it, and no matter how is the result, I'm just gonna give my best in the upcoming days, rather than getting obsessed what has happened in the past and how you might have wasted time. Just tell yourself daily that whatever I have done till now, I have studied. Even instead of like 10 hours, you have studied 4-6 hours, but the fact is that you have studied. So having that confidence and telling yourself daily that you have been studying gives you so much of peace and relaxation which you need before the exam, because you don't need some extra kind of stress for yourself, right? And now everybody talks about the mental health. So the grand mental health and the idea of having good mental health is very important, but it is not just the only thing that is important. But what is really important is also how your overall psychology is. What do you mean by overall psychology? So like, what kind of mindset do you keep? Are you somebody who believes in your potential? Do you think that you can make it? Do you think that you deserve it? Do you think you have the potential? Are you somebody who is positive person, or are you somebody who is very critical of them and the circumstances that you are currently in? Like, you like to blame the circumstances, or blame the people around you, or blame the society or anything for whatever is going wrong, because these are the things that are gonna decide your success eventually. It is not that like if you're critical you can't change it. It is what's important is knowing yourself as a person. So suppose if I realize that I am more of a negative person or a pessimistic person, so realizing it, observing it, and starting changing it. How do you change it? So daily you write that in your journal that I am really proud of myself, and everything is going good, and I'm gonna give my best, and I know I can make it, and I know I deserve it. I know that I have that potential. It might think like, okay, what happens even if we write it? But trust me, once you start writing it, the inner psychology will start changing slowly. So even the great people like Einstein and Ford have said it. If you think you can do it, you will eventually. But if you think you can't, you won't. So it really matters a lot what you think about this exam, what you think about yourself as a person, as a student, and as somebody who is sitting in this exam. So it's okay whatever psychology do you have currently, but what matters is you work towards changing it to something that helps you in the future run. Okay, so now I will talk about myself, how my study strategy and routine changed slowly to just like 2 to 3 months before exam, and it helped me incredibly. Some things I took from the people that I talked to, and some things that I decided that I will inculcate them for the exam. So I started sleeping early, like at 11 or 12. Somebody who used to be a late sleeper, I just decided it myself because getting up in the mornings was getting difficult, and my morning used to start with that guilt. Oh no, I woke up late, now the whole day is gonna go wrong, because we start our schedule from 9 a.m. in our mind, but then we are getting up at 9 a.m. So automatically we are set our mind to the failure. So I started sleeping early, and no matter what, slowly I also started getting up early eventually. So yeah, I started waking up even in the middle of the night. If I woke up, I just start my day then and there, because otherwise what happens is when you're too much stressed about the exam, you will wake up in the middle of the night, and then you will think, and then you will feel really stressed and you won't do anything. So this is the one habit that I completely changed. Whenever I used to get up even in the middle of the night, I just used to start my day. How did I start my day? I would start my day with the morning meditation. There are many great videos of 10 minutes meditation. So I used to start my day with them, and then start studying slowly after my morning routine. And then whenever I felt sleepy, I would just sleep and complete my sleep cycle or the sleep hours, and then carry forward after getting up again. I started talking to at least 3 to 4 people that I thought who had done good in exam. I took notes from them, and I took the kind of routine that might help me. And after talking to them, I also made a very good study schedule for these 2 months and followed it really diligently. Because if you're studying without any routine or without any study schedule, you are set for failure, because you're doing something that you haven't even planned. I divided my day in 2 parts. Mostly, one part was where I did MCQs each day. I tested myself, and then I worked on my mistakes, and then I revised those topics from the mistakes. So that was one part of the whole day. And the second part was the set study schedule, revision schedule of the whole first aid, because I was studying for step 1 that I had to do. Now what change did I did in that is that I started my revision schedule from the topics that were most important or something that I was not confident in, towards those topics that I was really confident in, and those were like less important, so that even if I was not able to revise the whole target for the day, I would at least do the most important things of my study goal, and I would just end my day with it, and not obsessed whatever was left. Just make a slight note of them, so that in the end, if I need that, so I can go back and revise those things. It is very important what kind of things you are revising. Suppose if I'm reading cardio and I'm revising the whole chapter, no matter how many topics I'm like feeling confident in, it is not useful, because you are literally wasting your time studying the topics that you already know, because we only have so much of time, right? So it's important that you utilize that time and study most those topics that you are not confident in, or those which are really important. I started EFT tapping. So you can search on YouTube what is EFT tapping. It helps in changing the psychology. I started breathing exercise on a daily basis to calm my nerves, because of course I was stressed, of course I was afraid, but I didn't want it to overpower my psychology or how I would behave before the exam. So I wanted to be at my most peaceful state before the exam. So I did whatever I could to be calm, to be my best, because if we are in a fight or flight mode, we can't perform our best. So yeah, I started it early, so that on the day of exam, my nerves are calm and I am peaceful even before the exam. And I started taking morning walks. This was something new for me. I was not somebody who used to wake up early and go and park. But this is what step 1 taught me, is that taking walk in the mornings, I just felt inspired one day, and then I just couldn't leave it because it felt so peaceful, and I used to feel so positive because I used to hear motivational songs in the morning. I just put my headphones and just walk in the park and just see the nature, and automatically I was set for a really calm and productive day. So this thing really helped me emotionally and keep me in the high vibe state. At the end of the day, on a daily basis, I started saying to myself that you did amazing. I'm so proud of you. And I was not this person before exams. I was not this person. It started coming slowly to me, but yeah, I am somebody who believes in improving themselves with each exam, with each phase. So yeah, you can do it too. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and tell me in comments how do you want to change yourself as a student, and that you believe in yourself. Till the next time, all the best, and I'm really proud of you guys. Meet you in the next video.